Hi everyone, welcome back to this demo. In our previous video, we were able to set up our project, and using hardhat, we're able to install all the dependencies that will be needed. In this video, we are going to create our ERC20 token interface, and this interface is going to contain 6 functions and 2 events. So let's get started. The first thing would be to create a new file, and we're going to give the name of the file. Now that we have our file, the first thing would be to set our license. The next step will be to set our Solidity compiler version, and we're going to do that using Pragma. Now we can start creating our interface. So let's start creating our function. The first function we are going to create is called total supply. This function is going to be external. It's going to be view and returns a uint 256. So we have our first function. This function is going to be used to return the amount of tokens in existence. Okay, so let's create the second function, which is called balance of. Now balance of is going to take an address as parameters. It's going to be external, view, and returns a uint 256. Now the balance of function is going to be used to return the amount of tokens owned by an account. So as you can see in the declaration, it takes a parameter and it takes an address parameter. So when you pass this address, this function, when it's implemented in our ERC20 token, is going to be used to return the balance of this account. So let's go ahead and create the next function. So we've created the third function, and it's called transfer. This function is going to be used to transfer amount to an address. Okay, the caller of this function is going to use it to transfer a particular amount to a specific address. So we are going to go ahead and create the next function, which is called allowance. Allowance is going to take an address. Another address. It's going to be external, view, return CU int 256. So this allowance function is going to be used to set an amount as the allowance of spender over the caller's token. So we are going to use this function to set the allowance of the spender, of who is going to spend our token. So let's go ahead and create two more functions. So the approve function is going to be used to approve an amount that a spender can spend. Okay. The last function, which we'll call transfer from, so we have the last function, which is called transfer from. This function is going to be used to transfer tokens from one account to another account. Okay. So we have our 6 functions. I'm just going to copy the 2 events. Now, these events are going to be used as a means of communicating information back to anyone that calls any of these functions. So thank you very much. We've been able to create our interface, our ERC20 interface, declared all the functions that we'll be implementing, and also created 2 events. So in the next video, we'll start creating our ERC20 token contract. See you in the next video.